Good evening, guests and fellow Toastmasters. A warm welcome to the 38th meeting of the Sunday Live Speakers Forum Online Toastmasters Club. I am Toastmaster Kosala Sugandhi, your Sergeant at Arms for today. I am sure you are excited as I am. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. Before we start meeting, I want to highlight some key points. Your video should be on and audio should be off. Audio should be on only when you are called or need to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restriction on speaking on these topics, at the Sunday Live Speakers Forum Online Toastmaster Club, however, we request all speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. Also, I urge you to be aware that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and spirit. Hence, ensure there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertones which create hostility and discomfort for members or guests. Let me now call upon the presiding officer for today's meeting. Vice President Public Relations of Sunday Live Speakers Forum Online Toastmasters Club. He is a mechanical engineer by profession. The Vice President Public Relations of Sunday Live Speakers Forum, Toastmaster Kalpa Hemachandra.
Thank you for such a warm welcome. Fellow Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters and guests. That was Toastmaster Kosala, Sergeant at Arms of our club. Can we have a big round of applause for her? A very good evening, Toastmasters, guests and esteemed speakers. Welcome to the meeting of Sunday Live Speakers Forum, Toastmasters Club. It's my pleasure to be presiding over today's meeting. And are there any guests today? Gayan?
Yes, I am a guest.
Can you briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi, my name is Gayan De Silva. I work as an accountant. I'm originally from Hatton, but now I'm based in UK. I've been here for around 1 year now, and I want to improve my public speaking and communication skills, so that's why I decided to join the Toastmasters. And yeah, nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Gayan, and thank you for introducing yourself. And are there any other guest today? Yeah, Randi. Can you introduce yourself? Okay. So, dear guest, okay. Hello, Randi.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, can you briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah. So I'm also new today. So just join after watching all the recorded content in the Facebook profile. So currently I'm working as a security engineer. So in order to develop my public skills, speaking skills, so I decided to join today.
Thank you, Randi. Thank you. And dear guest and visiting Toastmasters, we appreciate you joining us. Due to paucity of time, we wouldn't have an opportunity to each of you introduce yourself, but we love to know you. I would urge you to use chat function to share a brief intro of yourself. We will ask you to share your feedback at the end of the meeting. For the benefit of guests, I would want to reiterate that the Toastmasters is a home to people who wish to face their fear of public speaking. Not only that, if you love to connect and network with others, if you want to hone your leadership skills, Toastmaster is the place for you. It's a safe place to learn, unlearn, and relearn. We are proud to carry forward this 100 years old legacy, which is spanned over 100 plus countries. By moving forward, let's introduce our Toastmaster of the today's meeting. He is a graduate of the University of Ruhuna with a bachelor's in electrical and information engineering. He works as an electrical project engineer at the Ceylon Electricity Board and currently working on the Moragholla Hydro Power Project. In his free time, he enjoys gardening and interest in charity and welfare. He is the president of our club. Without further ado, please welcome Toastmaster Gihan Wickramasinghe. Toastmaster Gihan, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kalper, for your warm welcome and kind introduction. So, shall we have a big round of applause for our presiding officer? "100 years of empowering communicators, 100 years of developing leaders, 100 years of building confidence. Today, in this year, we are celebrating 100 years of Toastmasters International. Anyone knows about the founder of the Toastmasters International? Anyone can guess?
Mr. Smiley.
Yeah. Yes, Toastmaster Kalpo. Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. Let me share my presentation. Hope you can see. Dr. Ralph C. Smedley is the founder of the Toastmasters International. So let me take you into the history. Anyone knows about his profession? Any guess? He has worked as educational sector in 19th century. So he has worked as Director of Education at YMCA, that means Young Men's Christian Association. During his work time, he has understand that the need for the men in the community to learn how to speak, how to conduct meetings, how to plan programs, and how to work on committees. So he has understand the necessity of these requirements for the men generation at that time. So he wanted to help them. Then what he has done is he has decided to organize a club where that all the men they could learn these skills in a social environment. Then he has named that group as Toastmaster Club. Do you know what is the meaning of Toastmaster? Any guess?
I think like in the history, like throughout the history, even today is there, like when there's a special occasion, there's a person who comes and delivers a speech and celebrates that occasion with that speech. I think he was used to be called, he or she, the Toastmaster, a person who proposes the toast.
Yeah. The toast means that name has came with the meaning of toast. That is like this. Toastmaster being a popular term that referred to a person who gave toast at banquets and other occasions. That's how the name he has provided for the club. The first unofficial meeting that we know that we are celebrating 100 years now. So that means 1924 is the year of Toastmasters International founded. But unofficially, Dr. Ralph has conducted meetings before that year. That means 1905. He has started 1905 unofficial Toastmaster meeting. But finally, he has published an invitation to attend this new club in a local paper, encouraging various businessmen and educational sector person to visit their first meeting as official. Then that was the date, 22nd October. So they have decided to take up this meeting at the Santa Ana Club. That is the name of the club. So Santa Ana is the place, the building. That is the building they have conducted the first meeting as officially. So this is at California. As I remember, Toastmaster Sahara visited that nearby this location, right? Recently. Anyhow, this is the first official meeting and this is the first club in Toastmasters International formed in 1924. This is the history of Toastmasters International. So with that, I will stop here about the theme today. Then we will continue with the regular meeting. We will start the regular meeting. Meanwhile, I will explain about the history. In our regular meeting, we have 3 sections basically, but today we have different agenda. So I will explain the agenda after introducing the general evaluator. So today our general evaluator is an electrical engineer by profession working at Ceylon Electricity Board. She is the chairman of Electrical, Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers Sectional Committee in ISL for year 24-25. She is the past area director of Area H3 and currently she is the Vice President Education of our club. Please welcome Toastmaster Sahara to introduce your role as well as tag team. Toastmaster Sahara, over to you.
Yes, good evening. I hope you can hear me because it's raining in the background and I think my son is watching the TV. It might be a little bit noisy, so I try to speak over the mic, like over all the noises. So today, as a general evaluator, it's a very special thing having got the opportunity to be the general evaluator at a special meeting, which is themed the Toastmasters 100-year celebration. So celebrating a very old and stable community. So I think if any organization passes 100 years, it's going to last forever because that's a true test of time. And today I have 3 Toastmasters who are going to help me in evaluating the meeting. Actually, one of them are myself as well. I'll explain they will explain who they themselves are. I'm going to just introduce and invite them to explain what they are going to do, what are their roles, and what is the purpose of their roles. So we can start with I think the most important role player, the timer. So the timer today is, she's currently like completed her National Diploma in Technology at University of Moratuwa, and she's undergoing her second training at a private consulting firm called the Harita Consultants. And she is also our secretary, the club secretary. She has experience in Toastmasters since 2020. She started very young and today she's an experienced Toastmaster, although she's young by age. So without further ado, let me invite Toastmaster Athiya to introduce her role as the timer today. Over to you, Athiya.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for that wonderful introduction. So today I'm the timer, so I will time all the sessions of today's meeting. So especially today, our meeting have divided for 4 sessions. So prepared speech session and the educational session, then table topic session and the evaluation session. When coming to the prepared speech session, today we have only one prepared speech. So the time duration is 5 to 7 minutes. So at the 5th minute, I will display the green background, and the 6th minute, I will display the yellow background, and the 7th minute, I will display the red background. When come to the educational session, today we have Toastmaster Zahara will do a small educational session about new Basecamp basics. So the time duration, maximum time duration is 25 minutes. So at the 22nd minute, I will display the 22nd minute, I will display the green background, and 24th minute, I will display the yellow background, and the 25th minute, I will display the red background. So when coming to the table topic session, for each speaker, we'll get 1 to 2 minutes to speak. So then at the 1st minute, I will display the green background, and the 1st minute and 30-second, I will display the yellow background, and the 2nd minute, I will display the red background. So when coming to the evaluation session, for prepared speech, evaluator will get 2 to 3 minutes. At the 2nd minute, I will display the green background, and the 2nd minute and 30 seconds, I will display the yellow background, and the 3rd minute, I will display the red background. When coming to the table topic evaluations, each evaluator will get 1 to 2 minutes to evaluate the table topic speeches. So at the 1st minute, I will display the green background. 1st minute and 30 seconds, I will display the yellow background, and the 2nd minute, I will display the red background. So at the end of the evaluation session, I will give my report. So thank you, General Evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Athiya. So speaking about time, I'm just interested to know what time is it in United Kingdom and Australia. So go ahead and put it in the chat box while I'm going to introduce the next role player, which is the hour counter. So today I am myself going to play the hour counter because we could not find any role players for that role. And I think as a general evaluator, I can handle it. And I will be counting the hours, the the repetitive words that people do unnecessary, the long pauses, and I will focus on the prepared and impromptu speeches only today, not the other speeches. So, but with that, even I myself, you can see I'm making some repetitive words. So when we pay attention as a Toastmaster, when we are speaking, we can concentrate and stop doing those unnecessary words. So getting a count always helps to improve ourselves in every meeting. And our next role is the grammarian. So the grammarian role is very important. If you know, like English is not our first language, like for Sri Lanka, but I know that when we speak and practice English, it comes to us naturally. But to help with us in terms of vocabulary and improving our language, we have a grammarian. So our grammarian today is also our Vice President Public Relations. And earlier, he was introduced as the presiding officer by Toastmaster Kosala. So again, I'm going to introduce him. He's an engineer working at Honda Motor Corporation in Japan. And I think, yes, he's a very hardworking VPPR. He's new, but he's very nicely catching it up and helping us to, publish and promote our club events and everything regarding our club on the social media. So without further ado, let me invite Toastmaster Kalpa Hevajandra to introduce his role as the grammarian.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, for that warm welcome introduction. And so, dear Toastmasters and guests, as a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language as well as outstanding words, quotes, saying, and thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. Let me share my screen. So, can you see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes. So the word of the day is legacy. Legacy itself has two meanings. One is simple meaning, the meaning we know, use an amount of money or property left to someone in a will. So it is one meaning. So that's the legacy. Also we know as it in inheritance. It's come from our parents, right? So second meaning, the long-lasting impact of particular event, action, etc. that took place in the past or of a person's life. Synonyms, consequences, and effect. Usage. Through her mentorship, she has left a lasting legacy in the lives of those she has guided. Second, another one, he wanted to create a legacy of kindness, so he dedicated his life to helping others. I also put it in the chat the meaning of the word, and I encourage all to use use this word throughout the meeting. And when I call upon by the general evaluator, I will report the report. I will display my report and also the report of the language usage. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kalpa. So it's a very nice word, legacy. So most of the time, I think when someone leaves something that is memorable to the world, we call it he left a legacy behind. And it can be for example, in our country, we have DJ Vimala Surendra, who has left his legacy back as the founder of hydroelectricity in Sri Lanka. So similarly, Ralph Smedley has left behind the legacy of being the person who develops leaders by his proposed method for leadership and communication development. So let's all try to learn this word and adopt it to our vocabulary. So I invite you all to use it whenever possible during your speeches or even your evaluations if possible. So it can, get into your bloodstream. Next time you will easily use the word when you listen to it often. All right, so with that now we have completed the role play, the tag team introduction, and next we will move on to the next interesting session. And for that, I am going to hand over the controls back to Toastmaster Gihan Wickramasinghe. Over to you, Toastmaster Gihan.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, for your role introduction as well as tag introduction. Before moving to the legacy of history of Toastmasters International, let's move to the prepared speech section. Before that, I will explain regarding the today agenda. So today there is one amendment in today's agenda. Today our division director Toastmaster Sabri's beloved grandmother was passed away. So we extend our deepest sympathies to the family during this difficult time. Because of that, the special address by division director will not be commenced today. Then other than that, today the first section is prepared speech section. After that, second section is the special education session by our Vice President Education. Then the third section will be the table topic section. After that, as final section, it is the general evaluation section. So let's move to the prepared speech section. Today our speaker is Toastmaster Kosala. She is a network support engineer at Broadband Solutions. She graduated from the University of Ruhuna with a bachelor's degree in electrical and information engineering. Beyond her professional achievements, she enjoys traveling with her husband during her free time. Recently, she started contributing to a non-profit organization named My Turn, which helps fresh graduates from IT background to find a mentor and reach new heights in career. And she is the sergeant at arms of our club. Today, Toastmaster Kosala's speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Kavidu Madapatha. He is a member of Vayamba Toastmaster Club as well as Brisbane Leaders Toastmaster Club. Toastmaster Kavindu, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, Toastmaster Kavindu, can you explain the project details and the project outline of Toastmaster Kosala's speech?
Yeah. Thank you, Gihan. Hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes, you are audible, yes.
Okay. So before jumping into the evaluation, the project objectives, I have a small story because you were talking about the 100 years of Toastmasters, and today is a day filled with Toastmaster into me because I was at the area contest of my current area, which is area 26 in district 69, and one best thing happened is like I was the timer today, and the other gentleman who timed with me, who's the other timer, he was Toastmaster Colin, and he was in Toastmasters for 50 years now. Can you imagine, like 50 years? Sri Lankan Toastmasters, even not that old, I think. It was found in Sri Lanka in around 1980s. So that's amazing, and it was like he knew a lot about Toastmasters, and it's a wonderful experience for me. So with that, jumping into today's speakers project objectives, the speaker is doing level 2 project 2, which is understanding your leadership style. So in pathways level 2 under this project, Toastmasters International allows you to understand your own leadership style or styles, and they have given 8 leadership styles. They are like bureaucratic, authoritative, innovative, pace setting, democratic, affiliative, coaching, and altruistic. So the speaker has to do some activities while doing the project and understand her leadership style, and today present us what's that leadership style, or else speak generally about leadership styles. So that's the objective. So I wish the speaker good luck, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kavindu. Toastmaster Kosala, are you ready? You can check your audio and video.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, let me share my screen.
Wait a second, I will invite you.
Yeah, sure.
Toastmaster Kosala, discovering the leader inside of you. Discovering the leader inside of you, Toastmaster Kosala.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gihan. Let me share my screen. Can you all see my screen? Before moving
Yes, we can see.
forward?
Yes, not in presentation, not the.
Oh, let me. Now?
Yes, visible.
Are you a leader? How many of you recognize yourself as a leader? Anyone? Well, I asked the same question from myself. And this side of my head says, idiot, your job title is Godness Lead Engineer. So definitely you are a leader. And this side of my head says, no, you can't define yourself with the job title. Can you define yourself with your job as a leader with your job title? No. Then who is a leader? Leader is someone who influence others, who encourage others to influence the people around them. So I start doing this project, and it allowed me, according to Toastmasters, there are 8 leadership styles: affiliative, democratic, coaching, phase setting, innovative, authoritative, bureaucratic, and all structured. While I doing this project, it asked me to complete the 48 long questions to understand my own leadership style. Can anyone guess what is my leadership style? Any guesses?
Authoritative?
No. According to the score, my leadership style is a combination of affiliative and coaching. What is this affiliative leadership? Affiliative leader is someone collaborative and focuses on emotional needs and motivated by creating positive personal relationships. And they increase morale and working through stressful circumstances. So I started to swim through my memory lane to understand why Toastmasters said that I am an affiliative leader. Then I understood why. Normally, I started my day, my work at 3 a.m. in the morning, and when I go to the office, my husband is sleeping peacefully. And when I am on my way, I am typing him a message saying, darling, I made breakfast for you. I boiled some eggs or I boiled some chickpeas so you can have your breakfast. And then comes the list. There are some wet clothes in the bathroom. Remember to put them in the rack. And there are some dirty dishes in the sink. Remember to wash them. There are some, today's the garbage day. So there's a dustbin in the bathroom, dustbin in the bedroom, dustbin in the kitchen, and there are some leftovers in the freezer. Don't forget to collect them all and put it outside the gate. What I did, I create a positive personal relationship by showing care. And I communicate well. And I guide him to create a relationship, like sharing our duties. So I am an affiliative leader. And then, as I am a combination of affiliative or coaching leadership, let's say who is a coaching leader. Coaching leader is someone preparing his followers to, like, motivating them by challenging the individual. And they create a positive culture and promoting high moral. So I remember an incident in my previous workplace. When I am working at my previous workplace, there's this subordinate called Deshabandhu. At that time, I was 26 years old and he is like 55 years old. And when I assigned some tasks to them, he came to me and said, Miss, I don't know how to do this. Then I asked him, Deshabandhu, how long have you been in this section? He says, 12 years. Then I understood that as I am a new, he is trying to mess with me. So what I did was, I asked him to ask him this. Deshabandhu, please get the support from an expert in the section and create a guideline so you can refer it in the next time. After 2-3 weeks, when I assigned another set of responsibilities to him, he came again to me saying, Miss, I don't know how to do this. What did I say? Deshabandhu, prepare a guideline so you can refer. Throughout this journey, it also helped me to understand these leadership qualities, especially effective communicating, lead by example, optimistic, open-minded, and demonstrate integrity. Showing the leadership through actions and ability to focus on the benefit of each and every situation. And then make a collaborative environment and be open-minded to get the input from others to create a better result to something. And then especially it helped me to acknowledge and giving credit to others. The most important thing I learned throughout my journey, even though it helped me to understand what are the best leadership qualities I have to work through. There are 8 leadership styles and I have to improve myself in order to do better. Throughout this journey, I have had the chance to uncover my unique leadership style. And it helped me to improve the other styles as well to become a better leader. And specifically, it helped me to adapt to every difficult personalities and difficult situations. Always remember, there's a leader inside each and every one of you. We have to discover him. So take a step to discover your leadership style and start a journey of new discovery. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kosala. I was thinking about my leadership skills when you explained about your that legacy of stories regarding the leadership skills of what you have. Thank you very much for sharing all those with us. With that, let's move on to the next session, that is special educational session conducted by our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Sahra. Toastmaster Sahra, over to you.
Yes, thank you very much. So I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm just going to quickly take you through the new base camp. Okay, so what is base camp? I think the people who were in Toastmasters know about this, but for the benefit of the newcomers and the guests, I'm going to explain again. Base camp is like our learning management system. Now, if you've been to university or maybe done an MSc or MBA with affiliation with a university, you might have got access to a learning management system where you can download your assignments, upload them, and keep track of how much marks you are getting and things like that. So this is just like that, basically that, and a lot more than that as well. So in Toastmasters, we have what we call a base camp, and I'm going to share my screen because it's very easy to give that idea in that way. Okay, so I think, yes. So that's not the screen you are supposed to look at, it's this. So when you join Toastmasters, you get a membership. And with that membership, you get access to the base camp. So this is how when I log into my Toastmasters website, my user account, I see it. Like I see a welcome Zahra over here. I'll take this pen here. So you can see a welcome Zahra over here. And that is basically how I start, and then I log into it. My home. So because I am the Vice President Education of this club, I not only get to look at my base camp, like where I learn and do all the things, but I get the chance to look at what you all are doing in my club. All the members that belong to Sunday Night Speakers Forum, I get to see your education progress as well. So that's the benefit of being the Vice President Education. And I think only Vice President Education has that privilege, apart from Secretary, if I believe. So should check that, the new base camp. So Athiya will check that and let me know. So when you go to your base camp, you will see it like this now. Earlier, it used to be very boring. I'm very happy the new Toastmasters and the guests don't get to see it. It used to be very boring, but now it's very colorful and they have like made it more user-friendly. And then yeah, you can see like below at the bottom, the courses or the programs, short programs you have completed. So I have completed the dynamic leadership pathway. So it's showing here on the bottom right, and at the center club coach program, which I have like completed twice, this year and the previous year. And also the pathways mentor program. It gives you the knowledge about how to become a good club coach and a good pathways mentor. So active means like any course or program that I have opened, that I have started, and I'm going through as of now. So I have a really bad habit of, even when reading books, I read 2 or 3 books at the same time. So the same has applied here. You can see I'm going through 2 parts. One is engaging humor on the right, motivation strategies. And again, there's other short courses like story collection and another short course on club building initiative curriculum, which I have not completed, as you can see. I'm still going through them. So when you join Toastmasters and you get the membership and you log in, you will also get the chance to register or select a path that depends on your preferences. For example, if you want to be a better communicator, you can choose paths like presentation mastery and similar paths. If you want to be a better leader, there are paths like leadership development, and above that, like something more than that, dynamic leadership. And there are other paths like how to be a good motivator, a coach. It's motivational strategies. Then innovative planning. If you want to become a person who plans and manages your work or your organization, well, that's innovative planning. So you can, based on your preferences, you will get a small quiz sort of thing when you are new. I'm just telling the new and visiting Toastmasters, and you will get to select the best path that is more going to benefit you more. And that is the beauty of Toastmasters. You are not just coming here to just learn to speak. You are coming here and you get the chance to develop a certain area in your life where you need special attention. So these things, most of the time, our employers don't take care of. So when you join Toastmasters, you invest few dollars, but you get taken care of through your club, and then the area and division, and finally the district, because there are so many other chances to learn and network and collaborate and develop yourselves in. So when you go through this, for example, I'll take the path I'm going through, engaging humor. So assume that you have taken the engaging humor path, like me, because it's very hard for me to become humorous. So I try to learn how to become humorous. So you will go to the, like the curriculum. This is the curriculum. Okay, I'll go to the curriculum. Sorry about that. The background is quite noisy. So there are like the levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and each level has projects. Now, level 1, there are 5 projects. 4 projects. I have completed the icebreaker. Icebreaker is the first speech of a Toastmaster. It's like breaking the ice, introducing yourself. And then I have completed the next project, writing a speech with purpose, introduction to vocal variety and body language, evaluation and feedback. So step by step, this path has taught me how to introduce myself to audience, how to write a speech with purpose. Like, is my purpose to inform? Is it to inspire? Is it to call for action? So I get to learn about those purposes, and also I get to learn how to write a speech to achieve that purpose. And the beauty is, like, after every project, I get a nice constructive feedback or an evaluation from a fellow Toastmaster, like Toastmaster Kosala is going to get today from Toastmaster Kavindu. So each and every speech, I get that evaluation and I see where I need to improve, and I step by step inject that or make that change in my speech. So the next speech is going to be much better than my last speech. So similarly, after level 1, I will go to level 2. So these speeches I have to complete, knowing my sense of humor. So what kind of sense of humor I have? Some people have, like, very advanced sense of humor, sarcastic sense of humor, twisted sense of humor, all sorts of humor is there. So I get to know what it is from this project. Then I will get to know in my next project how to connect with the audience. There are so many ways that you can engage, connect with your audience. One is like asking questions, or like, yes, you can ask a question, or you can just get them to, even like, you can do a mistake and your audience might correct it. That is also a way to get the engagement or attention of the audience. So next, the project is Toastmasters mentoring. So you will get to know what mentoring is, and maybe you will become a good mentor in later in your career, or you will also be able to look out for good mentors and find good mentors. Like last time, our keynote speaker specifically explained like how to spot a mentor for you. So you can see then level 3, there are electives. Level 3 onwards, there are electives. Just like in your university, there are core modules and then there are elective modules. So in these electives, you can select what kind of electives you like to pursue. It depends on your requirement at the point of your career or your personal life, or even maybe even your VP education could recommend you, okay, you can improve this area. So if, for example, there's an elective preparing for an interview. So if I'm looking out for a new job and I need to improve my interview facing skills, then I can go through this. And it's very, very informational, very useful to learn the tactics, the strategies, the tips Toastmasters gives to you. So this is like amazing. You won't learn this elsewhere, and it comes at a very very convenient price for a professional, and it's continuous. Like, you don't stop learning once you join Toastmasters. So you get addicted. If I may tell you the truth, you get addicted. So all here most of the time, like Toastmaster Gihan, myself, Toastmaster Kavindu, Toastmaster Deepani, all of us are guilty of being addicted to Toastmasters because we see the change we have undergone, and we know that we can, we are not yet our best version. So step by step, we strive to be our best version so far. So that is like how you navigate through your pathway. So again, you, for example, now this is the home. You saw a glimpse of how you navigate through your pathway. Then when you complete a path, you can mark it complete. I'm going back again to show you. For example, Toastmaster Kosala did that recently. She completed her level 1. And when you mark your completion, like level completion, it goes to a VP education. That means in our club, it comes to my approval. So again, if you have heard the word integrity in Toastmasters, like you will do the project and your VP education knows and guarantees that you did the project and approves. Some cases by mistake also you can complete the level and send to your VP education, and then it comes down to integrity. So until you actually physically deliver the speech and complete it, your VP education might not approve it. So the VP education is like the person who takes care of your education. So can you see? When I mark complete, then it will give the message like, congratulations, this level is complete. So I can return to OV previous, so I can go to the next level. So it's very easy now compared to the last time. The previous base camp, it's very easy. So this is what I wanted to share with you today. And when you come to see achievements, so when you have done some levels or progress, you will get to see what you have completed here. So in dynamic leadership, I have completed all the levels and also completed the path. So here you get the badges. And now it's interesting, you can share the badges. You can share this on Facebook and LinkedIn. Earlier, this was not available. So this is awesome because you get to show off that you have completed this path. And it also counts towards your CPD, Continuous Professional Development. So this is something that I look forward to because I haven't done it earlier. Now I can share my badges on LinkedIn and Facebook. Yes, we all like that a little bit. So try that out next time. And you can also give feedback and request feedback. For example, if I remember and Toastmaster course allows someone did a speech somewhere, and you can give her a feedback even though you are not her assigned evaluator, designated evaluator for the meeting, you can give her a feedback because because we sincerely want people to improve. We can go back to our house and we can think, okay, I think Kosala can improve this, and I can give her a feedback. So I can select Kosala's name from here from the list and I can give her feedback. So it's like anonymous. I'm not giving her an open feedback in front of everyone, but because I really care about her development and improvement, I go and give her individual feedback, which is going to be very useful for her. So these are the things like, digital evaluation. There are digital evaluation forms. You will be getting those. You can download that and you can refer to that and see what is expected of your project. Each and every project has a expectation, and you get to self-evaluate yourself as well as your evaluator will give you an evaluation from that too. So example, I'll open the icebreak evaluation, the very first speech. So in that you will see a form like this. So the member's name, who is the evaluator, what is the speech title? Title is like, now we don't come and say myself, but we give a very creative topic, like, for example, one of my icebreakers was titled as Magnet for Disaster, because I always attract disasters and troubles to myself. My icebreaker title was Magnet for Disaster. So that's the title, like speech title. You can be very creative and give a speech title and the purpose of the project. So every project has this. So in the icebreaker, the purpose is given as for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. And step by step, the difficulty and the complexity of your project will increase. And when you complete one path, like all the 5 levels, and look back, we get to do that. Actually, you get to look back and like review how far you have come when you started and versus how you are delivering your speeches now. You will see how much you have changed as a communicator. And sometimes if your path is a path related to leadership and all, you will see how much you have developed as a leader as well. And also, if you take leadership roles in your club, like the president, vice presidents, or your secretary and treasurer, you get to go to the exco meetings and decide how the club functions, make decisions. Over that year, or that session, or maybe a few sessions, you will see how much you have developed as a leader as well. So these are the opportunities you get. So here, the evaluation criteria for you to refer: clarity. So the levels of clarity. So level 1 is like spoken language is unclear or not easily understood. So once you deliver and practice and you go through the process, by the end of your level, mostly you will become an exemplary public speaker who is always understood. That means level 5 will be achieved. So step by step, these are not taught at schools or universities or even sometimes our workplaces. Short courses and trainings are offered, but there is no place where you can practice continuously and become your best version. So Toastmasters has beautifully done that over the years and 100 years. And now it's like moving to a new version. And the resources. So when you become a member, you get the access not only to the things that you are studying, you can just go through these resources and find a lot of things like, for example, social speech basics, focus on the positive, writing a communication plan. So when you have time, like if you can't find time, my suggestion is allocate half an hour per day for yourself. Me time, your self-development time. And just log into this and go through this. You will read at least one thing new. You will learn at least one new word and something new for your personal life and career. And there are like video tutorials as well, like how to use the Basecamp better. It's all in there. Like you just have to go and click that button and learn it. So dear Toastmasters, this is what I wanted to like share with you today because it's very interesting, not like the old Basecamp. So don't wait, go to it. And if you have like, if you are unable to mark your project completions with the previous Basecamp, and I have the records, so don't hesitate, do it, because I have all the records of the completed pages that you have done, especially Toastmaster Dinesh and Toastmaster Gihan, and I think myself as well. So we can go through our agendas and double check and confirm your project completions. So take your time, half an hour out of your day, busy day, maybe before you sleep, or the best time is, I suggest, early morning. Once you wake up, you can even use your smartphone and go to the site and focus on half an hour to develop yourself. So try that. That's all that I wanted to share. I believe I have not exceeded the time, Toastmaster Atiya. So if you have any questions, now is the time to just ask any questions. And I think there's a former VP Education, Toastmaster Kavindu, and Toastmaster Deepani, all are there who can, who have the experience of managing a club, even the education side. So we can help you. If you have questions, I think we have 2 minutes, you can shoot them out now. Any questions? So don't worry, if you have any questions, we will share our email in the chat. Okay, my email
And
is this.
yes, one question, Rosmasara. Then when we complete some level, that percentage still appear? The
Yes.
percentage?
Yes, it appears. So my level showed like 28% or something completed. So that's very nice. So this is my WhatsApp number. Even for the Toastmasters who are abroad, you can send me a WhatsApp message if you want. So I encourage you to, even the Toastmasters who have joined already, like my club members, don't delay, go through the Basecamp, access the resources, like get in touch with it. It's very addictive because it's now new and it has a very interesting interface. So go through that and complete the projects that you have marked, because I know some of you had not marked in the previous one. So you can do it in as a fresh start in this one, because I have all your records as the VD education. And continue your enjoying journey of Toastmasters. Next year, it will be 101 years, and I hope we'll all be much better and closer to our best version next year. Thank you. So back to you, Toastmaster of the day, without taking much of the time of the audience. I'm handing the controls to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sahara. As I remember, this website was updated last month, but in advance, by understanding the necessity of this requirement, our dedicated Toastmaster, hardworking Vice President Education, Toastmaster Sahara, thank you very much for sharing that knowledge with all the Toastmasters and guests and visiting Toastmasters, because even we couldn't go through that. Even we go through that, we couldn't understand this much level. So thank you very much for sharing that knowledge. With that, let's move on to the next section. Before moving to the next section, I will recap some legacy, some historical legacy of Toastmaster fraternity. So I explained earlier when was started Toastmaster International. What was the year? Do you remember? 1924, right? So the first club was chartered on that year. Then the second club was chartered 1926 in California. Then 1928, Manual of Instruction for Toastmasters Club that was issued with the title 10 Lessons in Public Speaking. Then 1930, the organization first bulletin was published, the Gavel, as nowadays we are receiving the magazine, but earlier the name was the Gavel. Then again 1930 established an international with, that means this Toastmasters has established as international with the formation of a club in British Columbia. Then 1932, Toastmasters International incorporated as a non-profit organization. Then 1933, the Toastmaster magazine was published, replacing the Gavel. That means earlier the name was Gavel. Now 1933, that has published as the Toastmaster magazine. So with that, let's move on to the next session, that is table topic session. Today our table topic master is Toastmaster Dinesh. Toastmaster Dinesh is working at LOSC. In his leisure time, he working with plantation, like coconut, like that. So I think we can see his plantation in recent future, near future. Toastmaster Dinesh, are you there?
Yes, yeah. Good evening,
Yes.
everyone.
Yes, Toastmaster Dinesh. Then over to you to conduct the table topic session.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So happy to join 100 celebrations in Toastmaster career. So actually, I'm not prepared topics, but I basically give you to select your topic and give the speech. So my uh, my objective is, so you can see 100 years is not a easy task. So it gives the leadership style, right? How the behavior they did the sacrifices to continue this Toastmasters. So I would like to invite you. So in your life, in your Toastmasters life, so what is the best icon that you have been identified to career your Toastmasters life for success, for betterment of your leadership style. So over to you, right? Anyone can get the chance and give the some snapshot of his Toastmasters career with the help of the past leadership module. I think, Ian, you can understand what I'm saying. Right? I'm driving now. Right? So, but
To repeat, I think like you are asking any volunteer to talk about which icon or inspiration character or leader in Toastmasters helped them or guided them to become
exactly,
who today? Is it
exactly, exactly, exactly.
Okay. So
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's better to generalize the topic because since there are Toastmasters as well as guests, so for the Toastmasters we will keep the topic as it is. For the guest, we can generalize the topic as whatever their profession, what is their iconic person or something like that. So we can take the topic like that. For the Toastmaster, the topic will be regarding the Toastmasters. For the guest and for the guest especially, so you can take the topic as your profession or your anything. So let's start.
Okay, so I'll start. Okay, here goes. If you know the year that I joined Toastmasters, you can say, can anyone say, guess the year I joined Toastmasters here? No, right? So the year that I joined Toastmasters is actually 2019. And by that time, I was 31 years old, a bit late starter. So most of my things are like that. But there was this special character who made me motivated or inspired and want to join Toastmasters. And I think a special relative of that person is right here in this audience. I will tell that at the end of my speech. I was very reluctant to join Toastmasters. One thing because I'm a single mother and I was working in Lakvijay power plant, the coal power plant, and I had a lot on my plate. And I thought like, I don't want to join another organization and, stay away from home and make life more complex to me. But one day, because I was part of the Institution of Engineers Sri Lanka Puttalam District Center, and we were also part of the team who were forming the Toastmasters Club there in Puttalam. I just thought, okay, why not? Just let's go and see what's happening there. And I went to the meeting. And the general evaluator said that there's a role player missing. Actually, the timer is not there. So can someone volunteer? And I just said, okay, what has the timer to do? And I got a very quick lesson on how to do the timing. And I started to do the timing. So at the end of the session, the general evaluator, he appreciated me a lot. And I think no one ever in my life had given me that much of appreciation or acknowledgement for volunteering and doing a very simple task like looking at the stopwatch and telling the time and showing the time cards. I mean, that's a very simple thing. We do more complex things and difficult things at work, but never get any appreciation. No one acknowledges what we do. But this person, he really appreciated me for doing that simple thing. And I started to see that Toastmasters is something very special and different. And that person is none other than DTM Lawrence Padapatha, and his beloved son is right here in the audience. So if I say if someone made me want to join Toastmasters, that is none other than my first general evaluator, DTM Lawrence Padapatha. So that's my story. And I hope one day I will also inspire more people to join Toastmasters because of something that they see in me. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. So, anyone volunteer?
I will volunteer.
Okay, go ahead.
As Toastmaster Zahra said, even my journey started in 2015. At our commercial bank Toastmasters Club was started in 2014, and then the charter president was a good friend of mine. She was always insisting me to join Toastmasters, but I never joined, thinking the time constraint. At that time, we didn't have any virtual meetings, but only physical meetings at our Union Place Staff Development Center. They start the meeting around 6 o'clock and that will go till about 8 o'clock. So by the time we reach home, it is most probably past 9. So at that time, my children were small and I was finding it difficult since my mother-in-law is the person who look after the kids. So staying till that time and coming home was a big problem to me. But as Toastmaster Zahara said, one day since this Toastmaster Charika and Mithila, they were insisting me, one day I went to Union Place branch for this session, and I also had to do the R-counter role. I have seen it several times, but it was the very first day I have not done any roles. I did it. And as Toastmaster Zahara said, that day, the general evaluator was Toastmaster Asita, and they were appreciating the work that I did, the number of accounts and everything. And that was the very first day, even in my life, the appreciations and which I was praised a lot. And I had then it came into my mind that I should also join Toastmasters. But although whenever I get a chance, I used to visit the staff development center for the meetings, but I didn't join because I won't be able to engage in much. But later on in 2020, during the COVID period, when they started the virtual platform, I joined Toastmasters because then I could do everything staying at home, and once in a way only we had to go to staff development center. So that is my story. And sorry, I have taken over time. That was my story of Toastmasters.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So,
Toastmaster Dinesh, shall I take a chance? Can someone else time my speech?
Okay, I'll try.
sure.
So as the youngest Toastmaster member, I joined Toastmasters since 2020. But dear Toastmasters, do you believe that I have any interest about Toastmasters? I haven't any interest about Toastmasters, and I don't know what is Toastmasters that even. So though after my A-levels, I'm just asking from my younger sister, my cousin, sorry, my eldest cousin sister, Toastmaster Zahara, do you know about some spoken English class to improve my English speaking skills? So then she said me, just join Toastmasters. Then first she said me to join Viable Toastmasters Club, but actually I don't know about Toastmasters. So I said I rejected, I can't join. And I was so nervous, I can't go for the society, I can't speak. And I don't know what kind of a community it is. So I just rejected. Then next time, she asked me, there's another opportunity. This is an online club. It is known as Kuliapiti Toastmasters Club. Just join. But the second time, I can't say no because she is forcing me, and I was so scared to say no. So, however, I said yes, and I just joined that day. So I was not, I switch on my video, audio, and just I listening throughout this meeting. When it come for the table topic session, the table topic master said, there's a guest. She's the cousin sister of Toastmaster Zahara's. So just why would you take a topic to talk about in this session? Oh my God, what should I say? So I just, okay, and I just accept that invitation. So but I don't know what to talk at even at that moment. I was so completely nervous, and butterflies are struggling in my stomach here and there. But I got a very easy topic to talk about a telephone. So, but that moment I was totally blank. I only remembered the A to Z, the alphabet, but I don't know what to speak on that topic. So unfortunately, I spoke only 20 seconds, something only 4 words or 5 words I spoke on the telephone. And I was so shy because in the audience, my cousin sister was there, and but I was completely lost because I was shy to her, and totally because of my speech, she was so upset, and because I was spoke only 4 words in that period. But at the evaluation session, Toastmaster Hishana is the area director in those days. So her give a very impressive and very brilliant evaluation to me. I was disappointed after listening to that evaluation. She told me that you did your best as a newcomer. You have a lot of creative ideas, and she said me a lot of things in that evaluation. So I was wondering, oh my God, what a evaluation! I just spoke only 4 words, 20 seconds, but I got a very brilliant evaluation in that moment. So after that, I just thought I need to join Toastmasters, and I got an little bit that interest about Toastmasters, and day by day, without my with my cousin sister's support, I come forward, and I participated many area contest, and I got many opportunities to do in MCs as a MC. So I got many opportunities. So when talking about the Toastmaster journey, the all credit must goes to my cousin sister, Toastmaster Zahra. So thank you for that. And actually, because of her today, I'm here. I'm standing here, and I'm speaking in front of you all. So thank you for that opportunity, Toastmaster Dinesh. So thank you very much.
Great, great. Gian, shall we give another chance for? Shall we end up?
Yeah, I think today we have guest also.
Yeah.
So, any guest, would you like to share your Toastmasters? Okay, Toastmasters, you go first. Yes.
Yeah, so it's quite an interesting topic to talk about. And yeah, as Toastmaster Sarah mentioned, I came to Toastmasters floating, having a legacy as well. Because after coming also, like it's like a family tradition joining Toastmasters for me. So I didn't have any clue about what's going on and what should I do even. So after that, there were few people who made me continue Toastmasters. Like coming into Toastmasters was not that much difficult in that case. So now I am in Toastmasters for like 7 years, and the different years there were different people who backed me and encouraged me in order to grow. So if I start, there was this very unique and very important person for Sri Lankan Toastmasters, who is the past international president, DTM Arunachalam Barraj. So he and myself, we have only had a conversation for like few words. That happened on the day he came to Sri Lanka after getting inducted as the international president at USA. So I was fortunate to be there at the airport as in the group of people who went there in order to welcome him. So he shook my hand and he told me, I have seen you perform and how you have done in the Toastmasters, and you must continue this and you should do it. So that was the first inspiration I got from someone, like, because hearing something from an international president is kind of a dream coming true. And thereafter, there's another great gentleman in Vayama Toastmasters who is none other than Toastmaster Padmajit Dinadasa. He always stays behind us, backs us, and supports us for everything. And he's another motivation that I am having to contest most of the time. So the evaluations he give, and then the feedback he give once we do the speeches, and the motivation he gives in order to participate in different contests and all, it's I mean, uh, I can't say that by words actually. Like it's huge. So other than that, there's another one who is a very silent character when it comes to Toastmasters, but he supports everyone a lot. He is Toastmaster Tilna Disanak. I think most of you know. So whenever there is a small slight problem, he is the best one to reach. And he is very much passionate about Toastmasters, and he is also another motivation for me to be in Toastmasters. So these are like just 3 people, but there are plenty more that I can talk about, but I can see the red card, so I have to stop. So keep doing Toastmasters, and you will definitely be great speakers, great communicators, as well as great human beings in the society. So I invite you to continue Toastmasters even after this 100 years anniversary, because the best is yet to come.
Brilliant. Brilliant. So thank you
So,
very much for all the
yeah.
speeches. So shall we give another
Yeah,
chance?
yes, Dinesh. Yes, Toastmaster Dinesh. So, guest Gayan, would you like to share some story behind you? You may have some iconic character who you have been motivated by himself or herself. You can just share some story with whatever available with you. We love to hear that.
Yeah, all right. I'll try to do it.
Yes.
Well, I used to work for a company called Scope Cinemas in Sri Lanka, and my CEO was Mr. Tushan Meemanage, and I was the finance manager there. And when it comes to public speaking, I used to struggle in that company as well. So he recognized that, and he decided to give me more opportunities to speak in front of people. So back then, we used to have the operation meeting or every week. So in the meetings, he's the one who used to conduct the meeting. He used to go through the agenda and to discuss the issues that we had. So one day he asked me to conduct the meeting. So there were around 14 employees that I had to speak to. So initially I struggled a lot, but gradually I thought that I was improving. So I'm glad that he gave me that opportunity. So I think he's a good mentor for me during that time as working as a finance manager. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guest Gayan, for sharing your stories with us. We would love to hear more about you, but this is not the time for that. We'll join later. Then I saw another guest over there. Would you like to share some story with you, guest Prandi, guest Nayani? Maybe you may have some motivational people in your family. Sometimes maybe you are working office or somewhere else. Would you like to share something, guest Randi? So I think guest Nayani. So yes, let's conclude the session, right? Okay, thank you very much, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Dinesh, as well as all the speakers. Actually, I think the most speeches were over time because most of speakers spoken by heart. So they explained about their historical legacy about their self. So thank you very much. And then we need to conduct the general evaluation session. Before that, I will share some recap about the historical legacy of Toastmasters International. Then by 1935 year, first Toastmaster Club has been chartered in England. Then 1938, then the inter-club speech contest has been begun. Then recently we are calling that the international speech contest. Then 1942, then introduced educational components and programs. Recently we have base camp. So 1942, they have introduced educational components and programs. Then 1946, first district was organized outside the United States, that is District 18 in Scotland. Then 1962, Toastmasters International's world headquarters moved to their own building in Santa Ana. Maybe you have remembered that I earlier mentioned that they have taken the first meeting at Santa Ana building. So 1962, they have moved Toastmasters International World headquarters into that building. Then 1965, Dr. Ralph Smedley died at age of 87. Then 1970, first Distinguished Toastmaster Award was issued. 1973, membership was open to women. Then until 1973, the membership was all were men. Then by 1973, the membership has been open to women. Then 1977, Distinguished Toastmaster Emily became the first women to win the World Championship of Public Speaking. Then 1990, World Headquarters moved to Rancho Santa in California. Then 2004, Toastmasters International chartered its 10,000 club with the membership reached 200,000. Then 2018, then again World Headquarters moved to Englewood, Colorado, near Denver. Then 2020, Pathways Learning Experience becomes the official educational program. So nowadays we are experiencing the same. So with this, let's move on to the general evaluation session. So I invite Toastmaster Sahara to conduct the general evaluation session.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Gihan. So now you can see the general evaluator. I think he or she is one of the most critical roles, and a role that even could inspire, or maybe if you say take the other way, sometimes in life, we see chances where people go to a place believing that person or him, and then they disappoint them and they never go back, right? So a general evaluator holds a lot of power, and I think with great power comes great responsibility, according to Spider-Man. So in this session, I have the power and the responsibility to evaluate the entire meeting, and not only just evaluate, but to give comments on improvement, or like to make the meeting better the next time. So that's the main duty of a general evaluator. So for that, I have first to call upon our timer, so he can present the timer's report. So Toastmaster Tia, can you present the timer's report? I have your timing.
Okay, give me a second to share my screen. Hope, can you see my screen?
Yes.
So today we have, especially now we have done 3 sessions, prepared speech session and the education session and the table topic session. So Kosala Sugandhi, the allocated time is 5 to 7 minutes, but speech completed within 8 minutes and 22 seconds. So she is not within the time. And the educational session was conducted by Toastmaster Zahra Marzuk. She's within the allocated time. Then when coming to the table topic speech, there are 5 speakers. Toastmaster Zahara completed the speech within the time. Toastmaster Deepani is not within the time. And Toastmaster Kavindu also not within the time. And guest Gayan is within the time. So actually, I don't know my timing, but I think I also not within the time.
Almost an icebreaker.
Okay, that's the timing report. So over to you, Toastmaster Zahra.
So thank you very much. And now I'll move on to the grammarian, because yes, guilty as charged. I have not counted the hours properly. I noticed like few hours and stuff, but I did not actually count and make a report. But this opportunity is for the grammarian, so he can present the grammarian's report for the current session? Toastmaster Kalpa, are you there?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So the Marian's report. I will share my report. Give a second.
It's okay. Is it okay? Sharing allowed, right?
It's allowed, but I'm finding. Sorry, I'm using 2 weeks.
That's
Then,
okay. Until
then
Yeah,
Toastmaster, let's come back to the Gamarian report after evaluation.
later, no problem. Thank you. So now is
So-
the time for our prepared speech evaluation. As you all know, a prepared speech is like, it's the most interesting segment of any club meeting because we get to see the talents of our speakers, how hard they have worked through, and also the talents of an evaluator. So a little bit more about our evaluator today, Toastmaster Kavindu Madapatha. He's been in Toastmasters for a while, and before he became the president of Miami Toastmasters Club, he had to migrate to Australia for his masters. So this is like at almost president, but he really worked hard. If for the benefit of the guests and newcomers, I'm telling, like, he was the past division conference co-chair and division PR manager of division HC. So he has done a lot of service, voluntary service to the Toastmasters community in Sri Lanka as well. So, and also he's like a champion evaluator. So always he has represented division H at the district stage. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Kavindu to evaluate Toastmaster Kosala's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Kavindu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sara. Now Toastmaster Sara has kept Kosala's hopes high and high, so now I need to. Okay. So anyway, thank you very much again for all the compliments and ladies and gentlemen, and especially Toastmaster Kosala. Toastmaster Kosala today actually completed all the things which are expected by this project, which I usually don't see from the people who do this project because this is a very confusing project. Like when we do the project, it's okay that we understand, but when it comes to the speech part, we don't understand what exactly we need to do. So she has understood what is expected by her from the speech, and she did it perfectly. Well done on that. In your speech today, I saw three very interesting things which I really liked. First one, using of questions, which kept the audience engaged towards your presentation for the entire time. Like it was not only the starting question in the most speeches, it's only the starting question, but this time we saw that you had questions in the speech when it was progressing. You started by asking, are you a leader? Do you recognize yourself as a leader? But not only that, in between, when you came into your leadership styles, you came with the question, can you guess my leadership style? Kind of. So those questions kept the audience engaged towards you, and it's really interesting. Well done. Secondly, you then realize that your leadership styles are affiliative and coaching. Not only mentioning that, you gave examples from your own life telling stories. So storytelling is your second uh, talent. So to tell that you are a affiliative leader, you had the story of getting up in the morning and then leaving the house, letting the all the works to the husband with the chores, giving a long list, kind of, and added some humor part as well. And coming into the coaching style leadership, you had the story from your previous workplace about the Deshabandhu, and it was really interesting combining the stories into your speech. And this brings us to the third important point that I saw in your speech, which is use of voice variations. I saw that you were using voice variations when you told us the conversations you had with Deshabandhu, for an example. Deshabandhu, prepare a guideline, kind of. So those things are really interesting. And I urge you to improve them and use them in the future speech as well. And today, for your speech, I have two things for you to work on maybe in the future speeches to make the speeches perfect. First one, use of body language and stage usage. Now, this is kind of maybe a funny thing when it comes to the online speeches, right? How can we do body language? We of course can do some things like the from the hand gestures, but stage usage, how can we do that? So, in online platform, Toastmasters has given guidelines how to do stage usage. So for an online camera, your stage is front and back. So if you stand and then free your hands and talk into the camera as a normal speech, it would have been better for a presentation like this. So I invite you to try it in the future speeches. And the second one, today we saw interesting slides you have created in order for us to grab this thing, uh, the thing that you want to tell correctly. So you have prepared some slides. So for that slides, I just felt uh, it's better to have less text and more pictures. So if you know the normal presentation thing, we tell that big and bold when it comes to the slide. You need to make everything big and then you need to make every text bold. So without adding much text, you can prepare style sides with more pictures so we can remember them. So as a summary, I invite you to work more on body language as well as stage usage in online speeches, and then the preparation of slides, it's better to add less text and more pictures, but keep doing the good things like asking questions and then the storytelling and then use of voice variations. So you will be a great leader, a great affiliative and coaching leader, uh, emerging from uh, your Toastmasters club. Thank you and well done, Kosala.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kandu.
Thank you very much. Yes, I know you intentionally took time, and because this is just the only speech we have, we are perfectly okay. And it was very interesting. And if anyone like any newcomer or like even a seasoned
Because
Toastmasters
I wanted to tell everything, otherwise, there's no point.
looked at it, you
If I
could have learned a lot about evaluation in that speech, in your evaluation. So all the things that a good evaluator should do was there in that speech. So it's like a like a slow motion version of what he would usually deliver on a contest stage, which I have seen him doing. So great. So we will publish this video for the benefit of others on our Facebook page. So you can later, anyone can come and see how to give a good evaluation and the positives, the places where you did right and wrong, and encouragement. That is what makes Toastmasters really, really interesting, because we don't get encouragement. Most of the time we get like, what is this you have done? Don't do this again. That's all. So no one comes and tells us, this is where it went wrong. This is how you should do it correct. And you can do it better if you do it this way. So that is where you learn that the Toastmasters is the only place where you learn that you get that, and also you learn how to do that, because when you practice it in your evaluations, you see the evaluations, you take it back to your workplace or back to your home as well. So the positive things in Toastmasters. And now we are moving on back to the table topic evaluation. So today I think we did a small change. Toastmaster Kishan, I took the odd speech, so you will have to evaluate the odd speeches, and then I will evaluate the even speeches. Is that okay by you?
No issue.
Yes. Okay. So first of all, I will invite Toastmaster Kishan to evaluate the odd speeches. Over to you, Toastmaster Kishan.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sahara. First, I want to highlight, if I were talking today, definitely I would talk about you. You are my icon of the Toastmaster journey. Okay, Toastmaster Sahara, you, as usual, you did great job, and your facial expressions and hand gestures were very perfect level, and your flow was very well, and you uh, delivered your message to the audience very well. And if you can add a little bit humor, it will be more powerful when you are talking in next speech. That's the my evaluation for Toastmaster Sahara. And so I will continue odd numbers, right? Yes. Next, Toastmaster Apia. Actually, Toastmaster Apia, from the beginning of your speech, you grabbed the audience attention. You did a great job. And actually, your flow was very well. You handle your pressure very well. And your content was very fantastic, because you gave good message towards the audience. And improvement, you have to manage the time in next time, right? That last one, Gayan, actually, I think this is your first speech as a table topic, but you handle it very well, and your flows very well, and it is your content, and you created your speech in a good way. And as improvements, you have to manage your hand gestures and your facial expression when you are talking next time. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sara. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kishan. So, Toastmaster Kishan, we missed your speech. We could have given you a chance to speak, because he's one of, a best speaker. Last time he mesmerized us all with his speech, which you guys can, maybe we did not upload it, right? We should do it. I'll do it very soon. So my evaluation goes to Toastmaster Deepani first. So it's very nice the way that she talked about her personal story, like the struggles she had to go through before, deciding how to join Toastmasters. And fortunately or unfortunately, COVID struck and she got the chance to join Toastmasters. So in a way that, when you listen to her speech, it seems like, life is not easy, but sometimes you have to find that way to do the things, even though it seems hard. So, and hard times like COVID also has its positive or silver lines always. So it's a very interesting story. And also you shared about how your general evaluator inspired you. Like most of the time, most of the Toastmasters, general evaluators or evaluators have done for their prospective Toastmasters and inspired them to join. So very interesting story, inspiring. And kudos to you. You are an area director today, a very short time, but you have progressed a lot. So kudos and congratulations on that as well. And for improvements, yes, we all can work on time, because today all of us, I think we broke that rule regarding time. So try to improve the time next time on the table topic. And next, my speaker is Toastmaster Kavindu. So you all know, it's very nice to see a family full of Toastmasters. I think even their cat is a part of Toastmasters. I very well remember like seeing a lot of posts about his cat. And when I introduce him or his father, most of the time I used to talk about the cat as well. But it's really nice because the 3 Toastmasters he talked about, if you are around in Division H or you know Wyoming Toastmasters, they are legends. So I'll start with DTM Barraj Arunasalam, having talked about a past international president who is still a very humble personality. You can go to him and speak to him anytime, even a non-Toastmaster. You will see him and he will talk to you in a very humble way. So he's a legend. He has left his his legacy will live on and on. And next Toastmaster, DTM Padmajit or Toastmaster? Is he DTM yet? I can't remember, but
No,
yes.
he's not a DTM yet.
But
Yeah.
that gentleman should get an honorary DTM because he is just
Yeah, exactly.
he's a different story. He is a legend in himself. His legacy is also going to live forever and forever. And finally, Toastmaster Tilinen, the past president. I think he's doing a very wonderful job motivating even us. He's a very brilliant speaker and a leader and a listener, very good listener, if I must say so. A very patient person. So the people you talked about, they are just, it's the icing on the cake for today's meeting. The legacy of Toastmasters will live on through people like that. So I think you did a very great job with your speech. Again, timing was the same like the common issue we all had today, but I think we can excuse ourselves because it's a very emotional topic that Toastmaster Dinesh, the table topic master, gave to us. So let's not beat ourselves too much on that. Okay, so that's all for the table topics, and now we can come back to the grammarian's report if our grammarian is ready by now. Yes, Toastmaster Kalpa.
Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sorry for the
That's not a problem.
technical issue. And I think yeah. Now you can see my screen. I'll share the report. My report is shuffled. Don't know the reason, but the content is there. First, go through the usage of the word of the day by members. Toastmaster Sahara used 4 times. Count recently, now just seconds ago, to count another one. So Toastmaster Gihan also 5 times. And so that was the word of the day. And sorry for couldn't count if any other person has used it maybe. So good usage just in the meeting. Integrity, reluctance, affiliative, collaborative environment, and also shoot them at me, the question, and rhetorical devices. So rhetorical questions, Toastmaster Kosala used rhetorical question in the beginning of her speech. Dear Toastmaster, do you consider yourself leaders? And proverb, the best is yet to come. And yes, that was it. And back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much. I think we are very much well within time. So I'll come to my general evaluators report. So we started like way before the meeting started. Everyone had joined and they were networking. I saw Toastmaster Gihan was talking to everyone, and Toastmasters Deepani also had joined, and the nice conversation was going on when I came. And then the meeting started right on time, 4:30, and the sergeant at arms, as always, did a very good job in setting the ground rules and setting the tone for the meeting by telling that what kind of club we are and what to expect and what is expected of the participants, including keeping the cameras and the audios muted and cameras switched on. And then at 4:37, before that, the presiding officer. Now we have this, Sunday Live Speakers has introduced this good practice of rotating the presiding officer. So it gives the experience for another person to come and practice as the president or covering up for the president. So it's a way to groom the next line of leaders. So kudos on that. And then Toastmaster Gyan is introduced as the Toastmaster of the day, and at 4:37 he starts it. And today the theme was 100-year celebration of Toastmasters. So starting from the virtual background, you can see the Vice President for Public Relations had shared the virtual background in advance. So when we start the meeting, we are already in the theme. And Toastmaster Gihan goes on to introducing how Toastmasters started, who started it, when it was started, and what was the purpose, and all those important parts of the important history, the legacy of Toastmasters. Very nice, the slides and all. I think even the pictures that you have selected, it gave the right vibe, the right idea of how Toastmasters started. And then, yes, you even made a reference to how I visited California recently, like, and engaging with me, even though I'm the general evaluator. That's really nice. Now, any Toastmaster of the day should do that. Engage with the people in the audience when they see a way to engage with them. And then the grammarian, he brought in a very nice and relevant word of the day, legacy. It's a very nice word, very beautiful word, if I must say so. So today, we see the legacy of Ralph C. Smedley through Toastmasters. So in tomorrow, maybe most of us will be a part of, or we will live that legacy and also leave a legacy behind for others to live. Something that's special for our own, like prominent leaders in Sri Lanka, like I mentioned, DJ Vimala Surendra, or even if, let's say, female Cinema Bandaranaike, maybe, like, the legacy lives on by the things that they have left behind. So let's try to be that kind of leader or communicate in future. And then we came to our beautiful, most interesting session, the introduction of the role players. It was done. And we are a little bit short of members today. Toastmaster Nihara is traveling, but if she was there, she would have definitely taken one of the roles that, like the counter today. So that's what we are missing today, and we are really missing her today, because the essence that every member brings to the club is unique, and if one person is not there, we feel that absence. So that's also a beauty of this club. So everyone together makes the club more lively and more complete. And we come to the prepared speech. So Toastmaster Kosala, she started as a speech crafter, and she demonstrated her potential even back then. And today she has shown that she understands what is expected of a speaker very well of the project. So as the evaluator said, she was able to somehow show or demonstrate everything that is expected of her as the speaker through the project. So that's very nice, and I really appreciate how far you have come, Toastmaster Kosala, and the way that you somehow bring the stories. I don't know where you pick them, but I think somehow to the topic you bring the stories, and I think the legacy of Deshabandhu will live forever in the future club meetings as well. So even that person, you made him more memorable to us by your storytelling capabilities. So very well done. And like Toastmaster Kavidu said, let's work on the using of the screen. So every one of us should do that. Let's work on that, and we can improve further. And when it comes to the table topics, it's very emotional. All the table topics are very emotional today. It was very hard not to cry at some table topics, but it's very, everyone spoke from their heart. But that's what should be done. A speaker should always try to speak from their heart. And when you speak from your heart, your body language, your expressions, everything will come naturally. So like you did today, just speak from your heart, but keep be mindful of the time as well. So all the table topic speakers, including our visitor Gayan De Silva, I'm really mesmerized. I have to say this because I think it was not mentioned, but I really appreciate your voice. You have a very nice bass voice, which you can leverage. You can use it in your future, in your career, or whatever path you choose to do. It's a very good voice, and you can capitalize on that. Consider it one of your biggest assets. So you can do a little bit improvements, like maybe voice variations and a little bit body language, and you will be an exceptional speaker. I hope to see you improve that as well. And everyone shared their personal experience and as kind of message through their table topics, which is the most important thing. And when it comes to the reports, yes, Toastmaster Atia had done an Excel, And our counter is very bad today. She did not have a report, which should be corrected next time. So those are the things like, we can improve. But I really appreciate everyone not giving up. Like, it was very hard to like conduct a meeting, like finding role players and everything. But ultimately, together, we decided we are not going to cancel the meeting, and somehow everything will come correctly because you did not give up. Someone will come to help you and the meeting will be conducted. So that is the main message that I have to highlight. So never give up on your club meetings, although it might be tough. Try to have at least one speech like we did today. And if the time is there, we can have an educational session like just we did today. And I was thinking like what better time than today to talk about the new base camp, because it's the 100-year celebration as well. And there's a lot of change, and biggest change is the base camp. So we can always, if there is a lack of speeches, you can always compensate for that with an educational session or a keynote speech or something that can add value to the members who are coming on that day, sacrificing 2 hours of their time. So I think overall, although there were some places to improve, like the timing, and yes, the more like inclusion of the role players and all. Yes, and one thing that I have to really highlight, commend the Toastmaster of the day is, I forgot to mention that, his inclusiveness. When the table topic came, it was like a more focused table topic for the Toastmasters, but he quickly intervened and made that table topic more inclusive for the guests, which is, I think, really brilliant. Hats off. Like we start the meeting by talking about inclusiveness, and he demonstrated that by his action. So really kudos Toastmaster Gyan for that, for your well preparedness, as well as your decision making ability and making changes, the ability to make changes throughout the meeting. It shows that you are a very seasoned Toastmaster, because you know how to adjust the thermostat based on the meeting's changes. So kudos on that. I think, those are the positive things. And for improvement, I think we can work more on the speeches as together as members, including myself, and also the role players. So starting on next week, let's try to have at least 2 prepared speeches. And yes, an education session is always good, and try to invite exemplary evaluators from the other clubs like Toastmaster Kavindu, which is a good way for them also to improve, and as well as for us to learn, because we always, if we get the evaluation from within ourselves, we won't see the areas that someone else can see, different perspectives. So that is very important. Try to make it more variable, like when it comes to evaluators and speakers. Try to invite other Toastmasters also, if possible, to do a speech and give an evaluation, things like that. And yes, the table topic master seemed very busy today, but I think he also can next time make a little bit more effort to make that session a little bit more engaging and interesting. But I think he was traveling by the sounds of it. Anyway, I think 8:29, I don't want to take much time. Sorry about that. But overall, members of Sunday Live Speakers Forum, even though I'm also a member, you have done a good job. I have to tell that. And yes, thank you all for the people who made it productive. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator, for your constructive feedback regarding the speeches as well as regarding overall session. And you kept at least 1 point of improvement in each of us. So thank you very much, highlighting such improvements. And even for the guests, you have highlighted some improvements. So thank you very much for that. Then let's conclude the theme for today. I hope it's visible for all of you. So I was explaining about the historical legacy of the Toastmaster fraternity. So now we are in 21st century. So with the rise of technology and the ability to meet both online and in person, Toastmaster also brings people together. Now we have 14,000 plus clubs in the Toastmasters International, including 150 countries all over the world, with the member base about 270,000 plus amount. So, dear Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters and guests, let's continue our journey and contribute to the future legacy of Toastmasters. Dear guests, let's join and experience the Toastmasters community to improve yourself together with us. With that, I will conclude the role as the Toastmaster of the day with a quote of past international president, distinguished Toastmaster Clark Dole. We are on a journey, not just to improve our speaking skills, but to find our voices and lead others in discovering theirs. With that, I will hand over the session to presiding officer. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. And so time also now almost 10 and 2 minutes. So before we conclude the meeting, I would like to invite guest and especially guest members, guests to give some feedback. Are there any guest? So Randi, can you give some feedback? How was the session? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. So yeah. So the sessions. Yeah, I got to know how the sessions will go. As the each sections, the tabletops and speakings. So yeah, got to know a lot of things and the evaluations, how the things go. And I think it's it's a good platform to improve. And yeah, I think it's a good opportunity to continue on. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Randi. Then guest Gayandi Silva, could you give some feedback?
Yeah, well, I enjoyed the meeting today with you all, and I think it's a friendly environment for everyone to develop themselves. So hoping to see you all next time.
Thank you, guest Gayan. Do we? So thank you, guest, and especially also visiting Toastmasters, Toastmaster Deepani, and Toastmaster Kavindu Madapata to joining today. And thank you for the feedback today. And so thank you everyone joining today. This is officially concludes our meeting. Thank you everyone for your presence and participation. The meeting is adjourned. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you.
And good
Thank you.
night.
Bye.
Good night.
Guys.
Oh, good night.
Night, everyone.
Night and good night, Kalpa. I think it's sleeping time for you.
Thank
8
you.
o'clock,
Yeah,
right?
good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Yes.